Okay, so part two of this video, we got cut off there for a minute. That was pretty interesting. But as I was saying, in the 20th century, there was the formation of quite a few athletic organizations for youth sports, such as the YMCA, which everyone knows about, which grew to up to 5.5 million members in 1969. Um, There's also Pop Warner Football, which is pretty famous, which was established in 1929. And then we have CYO, Basketball, Boxing, and Softball, which was formed in 1930. And then, as everyone knows and sees on ESPN, we have Little League Baseball, founded by Carl Stotts in 1939 in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Um, by the year of 1963, there ended up being 30,000 teams and 6,000 leagues across 4 countries. Um, as we go into the industry format, we have governance. Obviously, with high school and youth sports, governance is primarily local because they have the most access to dynamics from each state or region or locality. Um, these governing bodies are nonprofit. There is a National Federation of State High School Associations, or the NFHS, which governs all 50 states and represents more than 1 million participants, including coaches, officials, and over 19,000 high schools. Um, there are state associations. In Ohio, we would have the Ohio High School Athletic Association, um, which basically replicates the NFHS and has a direct role in competitions and championships, and also helps to determine the eligibility of athletes if there were to be any issues. Um, then we also have the National Youth League organizations, which promote a particular sport among youth athletes. These would be like some of the organizations we talked about previously. Um, and then I'm going to pass it off to Kelly for the challenges that youth organizations face around the country.
Hi, my name is Kelly, and I'm going to talk to you guys about challenging issues in youth and high school sports. A big issue is funding, and since the recession in 2008, youth programs in schools have significantly reduced athletic opportunities due to reduced funding. An example of that is like schools now have pay-to-play fees, like you have to pay. It says cost of participation is $175 per sport. Another issue is performance-enhancing drugs. A lot of schools now have like drug tests and stuff, but they're kind of a little bit overlooked because sometimes they can be encouraged by coaches. Also, another issue is just gender between men and women. Women in urban areas are at a severe disadvantage compared to men. Some potential career opportunities are like school athletic directors or league directors. Their duties are hiring, supervising, evaluation. Also, a lot of times if you're like an athletic director, like you're also a coach or a teacher at that school. You can also be a coach or an official and judges. And at a lot of schools, like officials are just volunteers. These are not necessarily careers, rather than ways to get involved in the community or to work in an area that we are both passionate about.